Hello, folks. So, getting ready to do a bunch of work on the Saturn. Meant to do it today, but the weather's been bad. It's kind of rainy and gray, and it's supposed to be rainy and gray tomorrow too. So probably going to be next week. But I thought I would show a little video of everything I plan to do to the Saturn. So I got a bunch of stuff here. So we're going to do a tune-up. Well, I guess we'll call it a tune-up, but basically we're going to replace the plugs. The car only has 57,000 miles on it, but I got a sneaking suspicion that the plugs have never been changed, and the car's 14 years old. It's an '07 Saturn with 56. I think it's 56,000 and some change on it right now, but so I'm gonna change the plugs. I bought a new boot kit for it. So we're gonna change the boots. I always change the boots when I do spark plugs on these cars. And I always buy the Denso one. I find that the Denso one works best for me. Basically, there you go. Bottom of the boot, the springs, and the top of the boot. A little bit of a different design than the Mopar one, which was a long boot. Got transmission fluid right here. We're gonna drain the trans fluid. So the 6T, it's a 6T70 trans, I believe. I can't remember what it's called, but basically they're the only way to change the filter is to crack the transmission open. And there's no transmission pan on these transmissions. They got a little drain plug on the bottom of them, and you just drain the fluid out and add new fluid. So I got 5 quarts of Dextron 6. We've got a new AC Delco Ultra Guard Gold oil filter because I wanted to go with a little bit better filter. I always put the factory style filters on my cars. Always. I don't even him or haw about it. That's what the car came with. That's what I'm putting on it. And these Delcos have a magnet on the inside of them that catches small particles. So I like that about the Delco. I use Mopar on the Dodge, and when we get ready to do the Cutlass, I'll be using an AC Delco Ultra Guard Gold on that as well if I can find one. We're going to clean the mass air flow sensor with this stuff, and we're going to do a throttle body cleaning with this. I noticed that when I was putting the catch can on that the throttle body was pretty nasty. Got some motor flush for when we do the oil change. It's going to be due for an oil change probably in the next week or so. So we're going to do that. And then I messed up on the oil. So I got Castrol Edge because this is what I use in the Dodge. And it's a similar style engine in the Saturn. So they're both 3.6 liters. And they have a similar construction. Even though one's GM and one's a Chrysler engine. So I messed up. We had a loaner car that had 0W20 in it. The Saturn calls for 5W30, and I went and bought this because I had that 0W20 in my mind. And I bought high mileage oil, which it doesn't need. But I figure it won't be too bad on it, so we'll just use this for now, and then we'll switch back to the 5W30 once this goes through the system. We'll treat this stuff kind of like a flush, I guess. And then I bought this piece. This is the PCV hose for the rear. Now I bought a new one because that catch can was an epic fail. It worked. It caught oil. The problem I had with it was I went to check it and it seized itself shut. I had to tear it off the car and use a pair of channel locks and a pair of pliers on the other side of it just to crack it open. it was on so tight, and I don't remember tightening it that much. So either the vacuum off the engine tightened it up so tight I couldn't get it loose, but I was just like, I don't want to tear this thing off the car every time I check it. And we did do the PCV mod, so I figured this probably will be fine. We're just going to have to clean the intake once a year or something. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to clean the intake once a year and go from there. This is a headlight restoration kit. The headlights are getting a little foggy on it, so we're going to use this and clean up the headlights a little bit. And then my wife wants me to paint the wheels and tint the lights like I did on the Charger. So I got some high performance wheel coating here. This can is a little low. This is the one I bought for the Charger, but it's just an example, but I have another can of it. So this stuff works pretty good. I've used it on my Charger. It took on winter pretty well. I get the satin black, and it's good stuff. I get it at O'Reilly's. And I can't remember how much it costs. It's a little pricey, but it works good. And then this I'm using for the taillights. This is what I used on the Charger. And this stuff goes quite a ways for me because I don't, we're not blacking it right out. We're just doing a nice tinted like smoke look like I did with the Dodge. So that's it. That's a nice little short video. So I made this board so you guys weren't staring at the staircase. That thing. But yeah. So JB's car is right there. Because I do Hot Wheel videos and stuff too. So I plan on filling this entire thing up with stickers. So, alright guys. We'll talk to y'all later and we'll update you as we go. But yeah, we got a ton of work to do on the Saturn, and very soon we'll do this stuff. So alright, have a good one. Bye.